Child, come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the King Cain TV. We're going to get started at the 5-minute mark. But right now, I need all of my Caniacs to report to a real bitches live. Okay, honey? This is my review over Chasing Reality presents Chasing LA Season 1, Episode 4, okay? So, there's a lot going on. I definitely have a lot to say. Shed Pearl, I live for you, okay? You are one of my most shady Caniacs, and I live for you. Hey, Bacardi, Lisa Beckham. Hey, Lisa, LaCrystal White, LLE. Hey, Queen. LLE is in the building. LLE, I love LLE. LLE keeps me spoiled. LLE keeps me drenched in fine jewelry. I love me some LLE, okay? Did you guys watch Chasing Reality? Why Andre think he just all that in the bag of chips and out there styling Tyra and Amina? Last time I saw Tyra and Amina, one Tyra knocking Amina upside the head because she was married to that man that's allegedly trade. Why was D. Hawkins giving us Dr. Jackie Tees? Child, we got so much to talk about, baby. We gagging, okay? So go ahead, light your bleezy. Testing time for me in LA. Oh, Louisiana. Yeah, LA's in Louisiana. 2 lives in 1 week. I'm spoiled and I stand. Hey, Carly Cooper. I love showing you love. Thank you, Lisa. Hey, Make Drum Can. Guys, take your shots. Puff yo bleezy. Child, we're going to get on to it. And what's up with Ian, a.k.a. Fly King I, trying to form a storyline by shading people he ain't never met? Why do the girls do that? No, he was giving Dr. Jackie. It was the arms, it was the shirt, the way it was fitting, the arms, the wig, baby. We're definitely going to talk about it because I wasn't here for it. Cordae, my co-host for tonight, wasn't here for it, baby girl. The fans in the comment section wasn't here for it. I said, what is going on? What in the cross-dressing? Child. But how are you babies doing, honey? How are y'all? It's my Kedra. Oh, I'm sorry, Queen. Guys, go ahead and pour up your drinks, pour up your drinks, pour up your drinks. We're going to get started at the 5-minute mark. Guys, also, if you want to join this live at any given point, the link is in the description. You can come on. You can say your piece. If there's any cast members, production, you know, the production, the cast members, they like to watch and be here and don't say nothing. But if there's any of you who are here while I'm on this live and you want to come on, you want to pretty much say how you feel, correct me if I'm wrong. Hey, Kimberly Keaton. Hey, Gemini. Child, we're going to get into it. And why is King Pain showing up in every scene in the bubble vest? Little bitch, I heard these labels trying to make another me. Everything you're getting, the hoe is cousin me. I heard I'm stopping bass with the shaggy. It wasn't me. You bitches, this my sons, but y'all father ain't busting me. I'm a white picket fence bitch. You were on the bench, bitch. See me in the gym now. These bitches want to go bench press. I ain't fucking with you, sis. Cain ain't with the incest. Yes, I am the queen. I'm trying to find the princess. They know my name ring bells, so they still press. Second Cain name, you could get some ill press. That went right over your head. You should feel blessed. Must have used a lot of starch because they still pressed. Bitches, it's finito. I call my car Rico. Cause it's paid in full, baby. My car don't get repo. London got that heat though. My jet landed Heathrow. If my dick was bigger, I make all you niggas dethrone. This bitch run running around trying to be a copycat of me. But nobody's better than the original, okay? There's only one King Cain. There's only one Pyrrha, you know, that supersedes. And I live for King Cain, but I'm just saying, there's only one King Cain. There's only one King Cain. Cordae, I'm going to get started. You'll just come in at whatever part that I'm in on, okay? Again, guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. I love that was Nicki Minaj on this song, No Flags. That was Nicki Minaj, okay? But yeah, you know, I'm the queen, I'm the king, I'm the prince, I'm the princess. Welcome to the King Cain Way TV. It's me, King Cain, and I'm here tonight to give you guys a review over Chasing Reality presents Chasing LA Season 1, Episode 4. So we're going to get right on into it. Again, guys, like this video, share this video, leave a comment, stay active in the goddamn comment section. Pyrrha, tell all your good Judies about it, post about me in your Zoom meetings, share, share, share. The numbers are rising, the numbers are growing. And it's because you guys, my Caniacs, the ones that I love and live for, are literally sharing, 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 sharing. I appreciate it. I'm here for it. So let's get into this goddamn review, okay? Because there's a lot to cover. There's a lot to talk about. So let's get into it, okay? Alicia and Jayla, they just, you know, had their Ponderosa. They just had their coming to Jesus conversation. And they are good. Hey, Style by Stevie. Zara, you are a fly, bitch. I was on your Instagram and you posted a picture and you had like this sweater like tied like over your thing with your cute little hat. I was like, Zara is cute. Thank you, LLE, for the super chat. See, one thing about it, LLE spoils me, okay? I'm spoiled. I live for her. She lives for me, etc. Okay? But thank you, Queen. You always coming through. Hey, Style by Stevie. Hey, Queen. Girl, you've been interviewing all them fine ass dudes, honey. You know, I might not catch them right then, but I always double back and get the tea, honey. So cheers. So Alicia and Jayla, they come back to the group. And you know, they're just showing love. They're letting the group know we're good, we're over it, we're both transgender women, we both go through so much. We decided to bury the hatchet and move forward. I lived for the moment, I was here for it, I was here for it, I was here for it. They do the whole, you know, Iyanla Vanzant, D. Hawkins Vanzant. They do the whole serious piece of what they're letting go now that they've climbed to the top of the hill, the mountain, pardon me, or whatever it was. And everyone is just pretty much going around the circle talking about this is what I'm letting go, this is what I want to gain, etc., etc., etc. I did say in my last review that Jaylon is young, but she opened up about her age. Jayla is only 23. So when she said that, I was like, oh, she's a young girl. Of course she's gonna pop off. Of course she's gonna go cray sometimes. But I was really here for Jayla and everything that she was saying in this moment. And again, there's something about Jayla that gives me cisgendered woman tease. I don't know what it is, but I like it and I'm here for it. And it's just like, is this bitch real fish? Because you look like it. I don't know, Jayla, but whoever did your surgery, your hormones, everything that you got going is a slam fucking dunk. Pure. So keep going. Andre goes, he pretty much says that he's letting the past go. He makes up with Jayla. I guess him and Jayla had some type of low-key tension or low-key problem that I didn't know about. Don't know if you guys knew about it or not, but I totally missed that mark. Again, guys, if you would like to join this review, you can come on. You don't have to have your mic on. You can say what you want to say. The link is in the description of the video, okay? So, you know, the girls are just kikiing, having a good time. And then we get to Dr. Jackie, aka Damian Hawkins' confessional look. I wasn't here for it. I was pretty much stunned I was like, what the hell is that? That's not. Now, bitch, you know you got to represent for the 903, the East Texas, the Tyler, Texas. Girls, honey. I said, what is Damien doing giving us Bushwig? You know, the shirt wasn't a vest, but it was overlapping. I'm talking about the first one. And the hair, I mean, the makeup just wasn't like D Hawkins. I know you could come way harder than that. And honestly, you didn't even have to do all that. You are handsome as a dude. Like you were I would prefer D Hawkins, aka Dr. Jackie, to have on what he had in that scene with that bubble booty, working out, nice beard, nice little rah-rah cap. I was like, girl, you went from that to that. Like, no, like, y'all don't have to do too much. You ain't got to do it. But see, that's when I talk about there's a difference in transgender woman, cross-dresser, drag queen, and then just boy in drag or boy cross-dressing. You know, there's different spectrums. And for me to go through each spectrum would be an hour plus. But again, like, what are we doing, D Hawkins? I was not here for it. I said, what in the Dr. D Hawkins, get it together. I'm sure you've heard this from every reviewer. I do see in the comment section they were roasting you alive. So, oh my God, girl, get it together. Hated it. Not Jayla saying, oh, D Hawkins, I'm gonna take your man. So, are the rumors true? D Hawkins and Jeremy Copeland, aka the world's most renowned choreographer. Did they have a kiki? Did they have a moment? I'm sitting on ready for that team. I said, oops, not Jeremy saying he's single. Pira. I don't get it. He talks to Andre because Andre is pretty much going in on Alicia. He's like, oh, Alicia, I don't fuck with you, or you did this, bitch, you made the coke allegation, you need to clear that. I understand where you're coming from, because yeah, bitch, if you're gonna say the girls are on coke, I need you to let me know which girls you're talking about, bitch, because you know, you are booked and busy, you are doing this, you are doing that, and that's all great and dandy. But I feel like you're doing way too much. Your delivery was out of pocket. And you thought that Alicia was just going to sit there and be mute? Like, bitch, who was you? Like, no, I'm going to have a rebuttal. I'm going to say my opinion. And then you just getting crunk and happy. So you're going to fight a transgender woman? Like, I just think to come on these platforms as gay men, and to be beefing with transgender women, you know, that's lame, it's tired and through, and nobody's checking for it at the end of the day. And I feel like, Andre, you can be booked and busy, you can do that, but this whole grand persona is tired and through. And I was rooting for Andre, but the more I'm watching him, just trying to act grand and better than people, and I got this going on, and I got that going on. Well, right now, while you're trying to attack the transgender women, it seems like you have the least going on, the least to lose, because you're just so ready to pop out and swing and throw them bows. So calm down, you and your beautiful chocolate melanin skin. I love your confessional look. I love the silk. I think it's beautiful. I love your glass of champagne in your hand. But overall, Andre, the stylist, creative director, calm the fuck down, okay? It's annoying and it's almost cringeworthy watching you try to brag and boast and be like this maid bitch. It's exhausting. We're gonna go ahead and bring Cordae on. Cordae, you can just hop in where I'm at. I'm bringing you on right now. Hey, Cordae.
Hey.
How are you?
Oh my God. When I tell you my allergies are acting like shit today.
You don't feel good?
No, it's not that I don't feel good. It's just my allergies.
No, I feel the same way. My allergies get really, 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 really bad. Like, I take Benadryl every fucking night. I take eye drops. I'll take the little pills that dissolve on my tongue. So I definitely understand where you're coming from. But thank you for joining me again. You know, the people live for your perspective. So really, 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 really quick, because I know you have a lot to say. You know, you work on set in the fashion world nowadays. So I just want you to pick up on where I'm at. with D Hawkins and Andre having the conversation on top of the hill when D Hawkins is pretty much trying to get Andre to calm the fuck down from popping off on Alicia. So just give us your take on that.
I just wish the Hawkins would have jumped off of the hill with that look that he brought, because ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough to keep me off your ass for this look. The look was horrible. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry, but this confessional look was just unimaginably just. It was so disrespectful to the show. I cannot believe that he would even do that.
But you know what? The gag and the tea of it all, when the production was finally showing him in his confessional, did you clock that music they were playing? They was playing like that shark Jaws, you know, Jaws that they was playing it as the camera was going up into his face. So I was like, production is shady as fuck for that. But the look was it was a mix. So how do you feel about Andre snap, crackling, and popping on Alicia on top of the hill?
I think Andre is always on 10. I understand people's reservations with Andre, but at the same time I understand Andre's position, especially in this community. Whether we get to see it or we don't, in this community, when you're successful and you're coming up and you're working hard, it's like you always have to defend yourself. And so I think that he's in a space right now where before confessionals, he has always had to probably defend himself, take up for himself, and speak about who he is. So now when he's in a confessional, it's like times 10. So I think that's where you get that arrogance from. But at the end of the day, I don't ever see anything wrong with someone who talks about what they do constantly if they're really doing it. And I think that from what he's shown us, for the most part, he's doing what he says. What he says.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. I do feel like he's one of probably the only working girls on the show. But what I'm saying is the constant, and you know, you want to push the mission off of the thing because you can't have an opinion or talk to somebody and then not expect for them to say anything back. And I think that he was missing that point.
Well, I think also I understand where he was coming from when he made the comment of, you know, he has to immediately correct people because he's working in the industry. I don't think people really understand the level of the amount of work, the amount of dreaming, the amount of grinding it takes to make it into the industry with whoever you're working with. Because a lot of people, like you said before you got on here, which I didn't agree with, especially with someone like yourself that I do want to work with me along the lines, it doesn't matter what list the art that actor or whoever is, or when's the last time you saw them, because at the end of the day, most of the time, I'm saying most of the time because I can't speak for him specifically, when you're a costume designer, he's more of a wardrobe consultant. I think he does more of like costume shopping and costuming, which, you know, at the end of the day, all of the above, they're unionized. And so regardless of how high level of the actor, I got paid more. For example, I got paid more doing an independent movie with TV One than I got paid working with Oprah Winfrey on a major network because of the union. So
right, and what I'm saying is I appreciate the work. I get it. But there's a difference in being a working girl booked and busy than just being cocky and then saying you got so much to lose, but you're the main one popping off to lose it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think sometimes we in a sense we do get defensive because the industry is very sensitive. One thing I will say, do what you want with it. And I say this to you because, like I said, I do want to work with you in the future. Do what you will with it. The industry sees everything. And so when he said the comment of you can't just be saying anything about me
I
because
agree. I
it
agree.
can ruin me. Even
Yeah.
though he's not the top tier in the industry, he's right. People will look at these things and they will say, "Oh, we can't hire him because he's associated with that." And the reason I say that is because being on G Status ATL, when I went and worked for Oprah Winfrey, and there was a discrepancy of my work ethic versus someone else's. Basically, I was doing a great job and someone else wasn't doing such a great job. I was pulled in the producer's office, and the first thing they said to me was, "Oh, Cordae, you're doing a lot of things out here." And I didn't know what they were talking about. And what they were talking about was the fact that I was on G Status, a show that got 60,000 views plus weekly. So I say that to say in the industry, they see everything and they look at everybody who's working. So when you have people saying random things, regardless of how you defend yourself, it's always going to be hypersensitive because it's so easy to get blackballed in the industry. So
Right.
just being in the situation that he's in, I get his level of I have to defend what I do. I have to constantly talk about what I do. So you understand that you can't just say slanderous things about me because it literally affects
Right.
my
No. Right. And
Mhm.
thank you for saying that. And I did speak on that a little earlier. I understood what he was saying. Like, bitch, who you mean? Who do code? Like, girl, come correct. But I think it's all about how you say it. You can't just come in the bitch, oh, you gonna tell me, and then not expect for Alicia. So when he got crunk and angry when Alicia responded, they just kind of threw me off a bit. But I definitely want to move past Andre really quickly and go through this scene. I do think that he looks good in both of his confessionals. I
Yeah.
absolutely love the all black when he's at his photo shoot for his brand. I did find it quite odd that he gave all of these flowers to the entire white crew, but forgot about the one black MUA. I thought that that was just a bit kind of thrown off. But I do feel like he gives Grace Jones tease. It's his mouth shape, it's his jawline, the forehead. I think Andre, aka Grace Jones, aka Akon. He just looks like some iconic people. Andre, you have an iconic face, bitch. And I do think the models look perfectly splendid. He has his own brand. The models, and congratulations. And I honestly, I want to move on from Andre. Any last words on Andre and his photo shoot for his brand?
I will say I agree with you in the sense of his mouth and his arrogance is louder than what we're actually seeing work wise from him. I think that just like this is advice I would have gave myself a long time ago is let your work shine, and be less defensive about what you do.
I love it. Next up, we have Jackie from Married to Medicine, Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie, she arrives. She arrives to Pawpaw's set of his bodybuilder photo shoot. Okay, again, guys, Dr. Jackie is D Hawkins, and Pawpaw is Ian, aka Fly King I. Okay, he Pawpaw is on set of his body butter photo shoot. It looks good. I love the set. Apparently, Andre loaned Fly King I merch from his brand, Shop Him, I believe. And according to D. Hawkins, in his travesty of a confessional, was saying that Fly King I didn't even know the name of the brand, kept asking him, which for one, I think that that's disrespectful. Even on the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion, when Andy was going around telling the girl, asking the girls, like, who are you wearing? What are you wearing? The fact that they didn't know who the fuck they had on and had to look it up and all that, I just thought that that was late. But I think that that falls on the Glenn team. I feel like the Glenn team should let them know, bitch, you're in this, you're in this, you're in this. So that could have been that. But I feel like Black King, I, and Andre having this little camaraderie, I feel like, damn, you don't know the name of the girl's brand. That just kind of threw me off. They discussed careers and such. Damien D. Hawkins is working on a song and an EP, and he's doing this, he's doing that. He has a twerk song coming out, And then they get into Fran. They discuss Fran, and I just kind of feel like leave Fran alone. It just kind of seemed like Pop Pop, aka Ian, aka Fly King Eye, aka the battle rapper. I just kind of feel like he's just sitting there and he's like, you know, like when you're a kid and like you're gonna get ready to go to somebody's house and your mama be like, don't be over there telling me my business. Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. It just kind of seemed like he was one of those adults talking to a child, just trying to get the tea and trying to figure it out and low-key throwing shade at these people that he hasn't met. And it was just kind of boring and a little bit cringe-worthy to see Fly King Eye and Damien in this scene pretty much talk about absolutely nothing. And y'all already know I'm not the type of bitch that's gonna shade a bitch for no reason. You gotta come for me to eat your ass up. So just to see Fly King Eye just be so, well, what about this? And oh, but did she do this? And it was just kind of like auntie trying to get the tea and trying to figure it out. But what's your take on it?
I feel like the scene was overproduced. I think that it was a moment where the producers were trying to get them to discuss something that he had nothing to do with. And at the end of the day, because he ended up doing it, it made him look horrible. There was one of those scenes. It definitely felt like one of them scenes where they was like, okay, y'all two gonna meet up and y'all gonna talk about what happened the night before. So,
but I feel like Fly King Eye, Andre, aka Akon, aka what's the woman name? The model that I just said he looked like.
I don't know.
Grace Jones. I just feel like they prior to that they had just had a conversation where he was brought up and caught up. So to take that and go to D Hawkins and try to get all this tea, it just looked stupid. I wasn't here for it.
I think that.
I don't know. I just kind of feel like talk about your suit line. Do you have a suit collection coming out? Speaking of, do you like his suits?
I don't like his suits. I don't know if I feel like they're ASOS or K&G. I don't know what they are. Maybe Burlington, but at the end of the day, yeah, I don't like his suits. I feel like the scene was overproduced. I feel like they was trying to give him something to talk about, and he felt like, oh, this is gonna give me a storyline, so he took it a bit too far.
Yes.
Nothing to say for D Hawkins because he should have never came to a confessional looking like Cetrion from Mortal Kombat. Have you ever seen Cetrion? Them craters in that face. First off, you don't put that type of foundation on the face that uneven. It almost was as scary as what's the boy from Chasing Dallas?
Oh,
the real ugly one, The Bug's Life.
Oh, I don't know.
I know. I don't want to get you mixed up in it, but I'm just talking facts. It almost was as bad as that. He looks way too good as a guy, regardless of what his what he's going for in these days, to do something that bad. And then also, it's too many stylists or too many supposed stylists and fashion people on the show for all of them to be looking so subpar in these confessionals. For the life of me, I don't understand that. I don't get it. And it just goes to show how trifling these shows are and how they do not work together, how they don't do anything for each other, how desperate production is, where they will not say, you know what, this isn't gonna work for a confessional.
Yeah, because I feel like Q should have been like, D, this ain't the move. And I feel like that was fucked up because, bitch, if I ever become a producer, which is what I'm working towards,
right,
you're not gonna come to my confessional looking stupid. You gonna tell this bitch what you said about her in this prior scene. You're gonna do it. I'm not playing these games with y'all. I'm here to produce a show and build stars. Right. And I just kind of feel like
he's looking for more laughs.
But I definitely want to move on. They bring up Followers Gate, and D Hawkins is pretty much going about this whole thing, like letting Fly King Eye, talk about Fran and say all these things, but D Hawkins failed to realize and or remember that you was just doing the same thing in the prior episode, talking about Fran and his followers, which I feel is so childish. And then
It's
just him going down the
stupid.
line of everybody was so childish.
It was just
I do
dumb.
love when Quan called. It kind of broke up the stupidity of the scene, and they talked about the song that he's going to be doing with D Hawkins. I was here for that. But overall, for this scene, I give it counting sheep, bitch, because it wasn't giving anything. So I definitely want to move on. Okay. Somebody, Tabitha Murray said Steve Harvey tease. Makidra said true tea, Cordae.
Well, I mean,
LLE said I agree, Cordae. So the Caniacs are definitely agreeing with you, Coriami.
even with Steve Harvey, back when Steve Harvey was wearing heavy suits, I guarantee you those suits was at least, Italian wool and just great suits for his time. These suits that he's putting on, first off, they're too small for his body. The material looks trash. It's just, if you're gonna present something, I've always but I'm different. I'm very much into fabrications and textures and not paper mache suits.
All righty. Let us know how you really feel, Coriami. So, moving on, the next scene we get to Dr. Jackie, aka D Hawkins. He's at the studio, he's dropping some beats, he's singing and rapping and doing all of that. Quan the poet is there, Fran is there, Jayla is there, King Cain arrives later on. We see Fran in his confessional. Fran is giving us pop star in his confessional with his crop top, and his shades. And I said, okay, Fran, do you, Fran? I don't have anything to say about Fran. I think Fran is pretty much a straight shooter, and I think that Fran is very much an up forward type of bitch. So I don't really have any discourse for Fran. I think that Jayla and Fran are becoming my favorites of the franchise, just because I do feel like they're very real, raw, and honest.
I think Jayla became my, like, I liked her when she sang. It was just like she just gave a line.
Yeah.
That was enough for me. But when
Yeah.
he was like, I'm a soul singer, and then but we haven't heard anything from. Here's my thing with Fran. It's a lot of just things that don't ever happen for him. I don't know
Oh,
if it's him or if it's production, but even when you were like, there was a conversation about him, when you got over the last thing we talked about. It's just like he's not relevant enough in the show for there to ever even be a conversation about him. I don't know who he is. I don't get it. All he says is I'm a real bitch and all of this kind of stuff. And it's just kind of like it's coming off very like,
well, he also said he has a Kim Kardashian face and he has credit cards.
I wouldn't say he has a Kim Kardashian face. I would say he has a Dr. Heavenly underbite, but I just think that for him to have went and got his allegedly got his ass done, I don't understand why he ain't got that underbite fixed. It's not adding up for me. It's giving very much Bart Simpson.
So D Hawkins, he comes out of the studio and he's pretty much going in on the girls. I need 10 minutes. I need to finish this song. I thought it was a bit of a reach. These girls are going to be in here talking and kicking. At the end of the day, it's a scene. But let's talk about D Hawkins' second confessional look. The Beyonce or lack thereof inspired look with the 5 buns across the forehead.
Yeah, that was the one who looked like Cetrion from Mortal Kombat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Both was horrible, but this one's even worse than the other one because he actually tried to do something with the wig that he used the last scene. I just don't understand it. I don't understand. Let me shut up because that's gonna come off transphobic. You know how the girls get. But I don't understand why the manliest face-looking people. Never mind.
Let's move on. So, D Hawkins and Fran and Jayla, they're all in the hallway having a conversation outside of the studio where they was dropping beats. Cordae, the people are living for you, okay? So they discussed Ian being a rapper. And I thought that was very big of Fran, that Fran didn't shade Ian because Ian was low-key coming for him. And I just thought that it was a bit weird and messy that D. Hawkins is telling the girls what, especially Fran, what Ian, aka Fly King I, was saying about him. But D. Hawkins, you never mentioned that you was just in last episode roasting Fran down about his followers and lack thereof. Prior to. So if you're gonna tell something, I feel like, bitch, tell it all. If you're gonna report it, reporting all. You were discussing Fran in the parking lot prior. So D. Hawkins is pretty much telling Jayla and Fran just everything to him and Fly King I, aka Paw discussed at Paw's body butter photo shoot. And I just thought that it was just extremely messy. And I just kind of feel like D. Hawkins should be like, yeah, friend, well, I kind of mentioned your followers too, but I just kind of feel like there's a lot of fake shit going on, and I'm not here for it. Y'all already know the type of person I am, how I get down. I'm very forthcoming. This is the situation, and this is how we can fix it. And I just thought that it was just all over the place and extremely, extremely messy. Fred said that Fly King's eye fashion is off. I definitely agree. He said he looked like he's something from 1979.
I agree.
Jayla gagged and said that she had heard that he was old school, and that's why she was like, "Well, what generation is he rapping for? Like, what is the and baby? When I tell you that sent me, I said, Jayla, bitch, you are low key becoming my favorite because it's the subliminal tea for me. It's the subliminal, it's the bitch. Well, how old is he? Well, who is he rapping for? Is he rapping for us, or is he rapping for our mamas and daddies and grandparents?
He definitely given us a real strong Charlie Wilson, gay Charlie Wilson.
Somebody drop that in the comment section. Hashtag Charlie Wilson Gates.
But what I will say is,
hey, Jayla, how you doing, honey? Jayla's here. Hey, honey. I live for you, bitch. You are becoming one of my favorites. Keep doing what you're doing, bitch. Period.
I will say, Fran, I just wish Fran would not talk about anybody or anything because, first off, his fashion isn't really that great.
Well, Fran was looking like a 2000s pop star in his confessional.
He was looking, but in the scene, he looked like a 2000s pop star himself with them light blue wash jeans and that jacket. He's not epic himself. So I don't know. I'm not seeing it for Fly. What's his name? Fly King?
Fly King.
I'm not seeing for Charlie Wilson or the fake Kardashian either. Now Jayla, is it Jayla? I like her. I do.
Yeah, she's cool.
The body, and especially in the mountain scene, came through for me. The vocals came through for me. I just like her in general because it just feels more natural and authentic, and it hits for me. But
that's what's up. That's what's up. So as they're talking, D. Hawkins also brings up how Fly King I was talking about Quan being Maya Angelou, and I'm just like, y'all keep comparing each other to these iconic ass people. So are y'all trying to say that these bitches are iconic? But overall, I'm just kind of over D. Hawkins. I didn't know that this is what he was going to be giving. I'm just a bit.
He was doing so much better in the strip scene, in the stripper pole room.
That goddamn ass from the bike. I said, "Oh, nigga."
That was it. I mean, other than that, it's just like just kind of like be quiet and just look like yourself,
Yes, with your beard and your boy clothing.
It's called star power. It's called star power, and knowing knowing yourself and knowing your artistry and what's most authentic to what the spiritual realm has presented for you. And so when you put on, it's just it don't work out.
I love it. So Jayla discussed making up with Alicia And everybody was trying to be shady, like, oh, y'all made up. And Jayla was like, yeah, that's big sis. And I just kind of felt like that was real and raw because she could have shaded Alicia with them and Kiki with them about that situation. But I honestly feel like when Jayla made up with Alicia, it was sincere and it came off sincere on the show. So to see Jayla still tell those girls who might not see it for Alicia or might have some type of chip on their shoulder when it comes to Alicia, I kind of feel like that was big. Like, yeah, like that's big sis.
Fuck the makeup scene because they should never found out in the first place. But on the subject of the makeup scene, the way that Alicia was sitting in that scene, she was epic. I don't care. Out of all the trans girls that we've seen on any reality web series, that has been my favorite look out of everybody thus far. Because it was great. It was a great look.
I love it. So Cain arrives giving the girls Tiffany bags or lack thereof, full of invitations to his listening party. So him and D Hawkins kind of have this whole back and forth, and D Hawkins is like, well, tell me what you heard, and I'll tell you the truth. Apparently, we talk about messy bitch gates. Apparently, D Hawkins feels that King Pain was being messy, and he's never told King Pain. So King Pain came with questions, and he wanted answers. And then King Pain also was saying, well, I heard you didn't want me here today. And it was so stupid. They cleared the air. I was happy that they cleared the air. And I do love the fact that the girls were in the hallway gagging about Andre. I just thought that it was a really, really, really cute way to wrap up the scene. That was another long scene. I kind of feel like I needed more from D Hawkins and King Pain. Like if y'all gonna dress it and chop it, I need to see like some action. It was just pretty much, well, tell me what you heard. I'll tell you what I know. But this is that. You don't want me here. I think King Pain wanted that to be an iconic moment, like coming with his invitations. Oh, this one was for you, but I heard this and it just didn't stick like grits.
I think
So
that
I definitely want to move on from the studio. How about you? Any last words?
Yeah, I just think that we got to move on from just being gossipy and petty about things that are so just two-dimensional because it doesn't hold any weight and it doesn't carry over. Nobody cares. So.
Period. So I definitely want to move into the last scene of the night with Jayla, Jalone, and Alicia. They link up at another transgender lady's shop. I forgot the lady's name, but I'm here for it. It's called West Coast Hair. Super, super cute scene, and I was here for it. The trans girls were just pretty much opening up about their lives and things that had happened to them. Alicia was attacked in DC by 7 men. I said, damn. So she was just pretty much talking about, that's the reason why I'm quiet. That's the reason why I don't open up. Like, bitch, I've been motherfucking attacked just by living my best life. Jayla opened up about getting attacked by 4 cisgendered women just by living her best life, and apparently the video has gone viral. I said, what is going on? Leave these trans women the fuck alone. Like Jayla said, I'm sick of it. Ariel already done read the people down on Chasing Down the Season 2. I don't know what else to say. We are over it. We're done with it. Leave the trans women alone. And not only trans women, leave black women alone. Period. I'm sick of it. I've had enough.
Fuck it. Leave each other alone.
What'd you say, Cordae?
I said, fuck it. Just leave each other alone.
Period. And then we even saw the news clip from when Alicia got attacked, and the news people were just asking her questions and this and that. I do want to say that, Alicia, I love that fucking hair on you in the scene. I love the makeup. Jayla, I love your top. Jayla just gives, bitch, I was born a woman tease. Like, she just give you like, that's my big sister, that's my little cousin. Like, that's like real.
Well, I mean, maybe not my big sister or my little cousin, but she definitely gives me what you said.
She gives me something. I don't know what it is, but it's there. And it's there. I do love Alicia's pink dress. Cordae, what happened? Something probably happened to his phone. I do love Alicia's sparkly dress and her confessional. Super, 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 super cute. And I was on the Chasing Reality Instagram. Alicia does reviews of the show on her YouTube channel. And I love that black dress that Alicia had on in her review of the show. So I was really, really just here for this moment. And the fact that y'all bitches could come together and love on each other. And again, guys, if anybody wants to join and give their opinion, I'm going to go into the hour mark. You can definitely, the link is in the description of the video. You guys can definitely join, okay? Cordae, what happened?
Sorry, I accidentally hit leave. I was trying to hit the chat. Sorry, I apologize.
Okay. So it's just a lot going on. My heart goes out to the poor trans women in the world. But overall, I love, love, love this moment. Any thoughts on the last scene today?
No thoughts on the last scene. I'm kind of in no offense to what's going on in the world today, I'm just kind of over these type of scenes. I want us to take on a bigger, more positive thing in the world. I mean, talking about what happened is great, but at the end of the day, we have to find out like where the change comes in, and talking about it is really not it. So let's have a scene where they're doing something about it versus just talking about it. But hey, what's to come? Probably nothing
Right.
like
And
we have
I
seen.
do feel like they should totally link up, get some type of march or get some type of
Yeah.
group event that is geared towards transgender women.
Right. If it produced into a storyline, I would be here for it. But what Q and the other producers have shown this far, that it's like, let's unleash all of our frustrations and problems with each other in the world and just sit it there for everybody to handle. No one's going to handle it. Everybody's just going to judge it. No one's going to do anything about it. So it just puts us in a situation where nothing happens and it's just gossip now. So it diminishes what they went through as transgender women versus actually having a cause and doing something in response. Now, if they plant that, that's real production, that's real direction. But as we've seen so far, 4 episodes in, we're not going to really get that. This is just, honestly, to me, no shade, no tea. I love you, Q. But honestly, this is really feeling like Bad Boys Club with better cameras.
So let's talk a little bit about that because honestly, I'm enjoying the show. I don't really see what everybody else is talking about, but I do see certain moments and certain things that I would change and I would, make the cast react to. But overall, I'm entertained. So let's talk a little bit about Imani. I did fast forward through her part when I was watching. Did you watch Imani's part and listen to what she had to say?
Yeah.
Do you agree or do you disagree? What was Imani giving?
I agree. I'm completely with her. The show is actually just, and I hate to say it, but sometimes you just gotta say it. It's trash. It's just, and it's a reason that we don't make major networks. Look how like really came like real talk beyond all of the bullshit. And I know this you have to play a certain part because you get gigs off of this. Like you post reunions. Though I can make you more money, just let me know if you show up. But at the end of the day, there's a reason why we can sit and hit 1 million views producing a whole reality web series and we don't end up on TV. But yet, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to be a little less specific. But yet, they will put people in our community on TV that are the exact opposite of what we really represent. You get what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of we have to stop putting out trash. We have to stop putting out trash. I guarantee you when somebody puts out something entertaining that's not complete trash, I guarantee that show is gonna get picked up. Because I'm a um living proof witness of major producers and line producers watch our shit. They watch it. They literally, Oprah Winfrey Network, which is Discovery Network, which is Warner Brothers Network, pulled me in the office and they acknowledged that they watched E Status. You get what I'm saying? They saw me on there. So for that show to get that many views, which is crazy, and none of these shows have gotten picked up, there's a reason. Because we keep producing the same shit. Sex workers, excusing why they sex work and us normalizing it as if it's healthy to the community. Yeah, sometimes people gotta do what they gotta do, but it's not a healthy thing. You get what I'm saying? It's not mentally healthy. You know what I'm saying? It's just so many things that we routinely just put out there and produce and produce and produce and produce, and then wonder why we're still fucking on YouTube. Everybody trying to get paid off for publicity and then get paid.
I love that. Ashley McKenzie said, I've watched every season of Chasing reality shows. Guys, I'm paying attention to the comment section, so go ahead and post your comments, repost them. I'll read them out loud. Because, yeah, that's pretty much the review. I've watched every season of Chasing reality shows, G Status, and On the Way Up. And this season is disappointing. I know Q will improve just like everyone else did, but this is hard to watch. LLE said Imani really been letting them know she's not biting her tongue at all. It's horrible. Shed Pearl said it's not this show, it's culture of the gay black reality web series. As a collective, we have a lot of stuff we need to change.
And it's not what we need to change. And I say this, and I only interrupt you, is because it's actually coming from the reason that we keep producing these same shows. It's you guys. It's the viewers. Y'all tend to support these people that have no background, that have no work ethic, and y'all will be quick.
Cordae was getting ready to read the girls. Oh, he's back. He's back. Koryami. Koryami.
I'm sorry, but the commentators and viewers, we continue to support and push the people who have these discouraging backgrounds, these dirty backgrounds, these just trash backgrounds. And it's okay to have like struggles and stuff. I'm not saying that. But when you are encouraging the struggle, when you are enabling people's, just things that are not, that you would never even agree to do, or you wouldn't want your kids doing, and then you are discouraging and downing the people who actually worked hard for it, what do you expect to get? You're gonna get a show full of, sex workers and fighters and people who only can tell a story about their trash life.
Now, I get where you're coming from, but I do feel like knowing about the trash life and how you've overcame it, what are you doing to overcome it? I think that it makes the show even more great.
Yeah, that's important. But what you're missing is, and what a lot of people miss when I speak is, it's one thing to have the trash life and overcome it, and people support the overcome in the journey. Much too often, and you can literally go back and read comments from your show, my show, any show, much too often do we have commentators and supporters encouraging the trash life of these people, encouraging where they are in that moment. You get what I'm saying? There's a big difference.
I feel that. That's what's up.
Exactly. And they can come down hard on me as much as they want. I've learned they're going to trash me as much as they want to.
But what? They gonna trash me too and my fashions. Do it look like I give a fuck? No.
But one thing I will say about both of us, because I know you a little bit more personally, we live where we want to live. We drive what we want to drive. We are at the top of the totem pole in our careers. And we make our money, and we don't have to sell our bodies to do it.
I ain't gotta sell dick no more.
We don't have to disvalue ourselves. But at the same time, we also don't have to discourage and disvalue somebody beside us for us to do well. Regardless, we're gonna do great. But I
But you know
have
what I've realized about moving to Atlanta? There's more fake bitches here than there were in Dallas.
oh, definitely.
It's some fake ass, weird ass
Definitely.
bitches out here in
And
these
I
streets.
bet when you saw me on G status, you was probably like, Cordae's kind of bitchy. But then when you moved here and you seen those same people and what they do and how they live their life, I bet you was like, oh, now I see why that bitch was like the way he was on the show.
Period. Frey said, I just feel like the show is boring. No cap. I feel like the tea be fabricated and it ain't working. Ashley McKenzie said, I support every underground show because they have to start somewhere. Okay. I can't tear someone down before I give them a chance. Mr. J. Dior said, no shade, but all tea, Cordae. So they feeling what you're saying. LLE said, well, I'm supporting the Chasing Reality franchise. Pura. I want the entire franchise to grow and get bigger and better. And it will. I just think that Q, first time producing, is hard work. Apparently, him and Blake had a falling out, and I want that tea. I want Blake to come on over here. I want to do a KDA conversation with Blake. Because I want to know, girl, how did you go from EP to nothing?
But one thing people do have to realize is it took too long of a time for Chasing Reality to reach the amazing season, in my opinion, that they had this year. It took too long.
You talking about season 4?
Yeah, the last season. I don't know what number it is.
Chasing Atlanta? Chasing Atlanta?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This past season was their best season. It was
but some of those girls can go.
Well, some of them can go, but all in all, they had a investing type show. But unfortunately, people who probably have followed that in that line of work has said it took too long for that to happen. That's why they're still sitting, idle. No offense.
Not idle.
No offense, because whoever is over the show, I don't know those people. They may eventually take that money and put it into major networks. But at the end of the day, I think we all have to at some point reflect and say there's something we're doing wrong. We can't be doing everything right. Every story that happened to a gay person in this line of work and trans people in this it can't all just be what's going to push our show forward. And I think when people realize that there's actually great men out there like yourself, myself, and some other people that we know that actually have credible working experiences and personal lives, when they get that mentally together, then we might end up on a network.
But you know what? The real tea, these girls won't be able to take King Cain and Cordae freaking frack on the shows. They wouldn't be able to.
Definitely not.
They would hate us, Cordae.
Definitely not.
They would hate us. I would probably get my head pulled.
They couldn't take me in silence. So they couldn't, and when I say silence, not me being silent, a silent partner, they couldn't take me in that. So they definitely couldn't take two independent minds that can learn to agree to disagree and still be like this is what it
be
is.
Cool, right? I get it. So anyways, guys, that is my review over Chasing Reality versus Chasing LA, season 1, episode 4. Cordae, thank you so much for coming. My Caniacs love you. And we love you. Thank you so much for coming. Again, Caniacs, thank y'all so much for being here. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel. Become a Caniac. Become a Buddha. Buddha with the big, thick asses here. What up, Buddha?
Once upon a time, me and Buddha had a liking.
Yeah, Buddha. Let me tell you something about Buddha. Buddha is the type of bitch who got it, and he don't even have to do all that like them Dallas bitches do. Like, Buddha got a coin, Buddha got body, Buddha is a sweet, good person. But he be chilling, and I just kind of feel like I respect Wuda. I live for Wuda. I love everything Wuda got going on, pure. But I especially love the P frame.
I love Wuda.
Period. All right, guys, we're about to get off. Like this video. Y'all have a good night. Wuda, you might have to go back and rewatch this. We done read the girls down, and I'm tired and through. All right, y'all. Have a good night. Peace. I love you all down. Fuck them other hoes. Good night.